What's up everyone, William H here. Thank you for clicking on my video. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple of things that customers don't know about delivery drivers. Okay, now this idea popped up into my head a couple days ago, if I'm being honest. Now I am gonna speak from personal experience. I personally deliver packages for Amazon gang. But anyways, I thought this was important information that you need to know, right? And if you didn't know, you're gonna know after you're done with this video, okay? Now, before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe, and like my video. And let's get into it. So, a couple of things that customers don't know about delivery drivers. So these are a handful of things that I have a list of, and I want to go over one by one, right? I personally never thought that drivers go through so many things, right? Now I do want to say that every area, every county, every state, right, has their own issues. I know that there's people that watch my video that work where, in the winter it snows, you know what I mean, and they have to deal with a lot of stuff. And here personally, it gets really hot here, gets up to 112, 113 for the summer days, right? So to each their own. I'm gonna talk in this video from personal experience, and everything that I say, it's my opinion, okay? So understand that going into this video, okay? So for the first thing that I wanted to tell you guys, for customers out there that don't know, more than 50% of delivery drivers that are working are in a rush. I'm sure you've seen delivery drivers running to house, and more than likely that specific driver, the reason why they run is because they either have a big route or they want to get home as soon as possible, okay? I've been guilty of this myself. For the majority of the time, I do not run. But when I have something to do that particular day, you're gonna catch me sprinting, right? You know what I mean? Days that I've wanted to come out earlier than usual. Now, me personally, I get paid my full 10 hours, okay? So whether I work 7 hours, whether I work 8 hours, I get paid my full 10. Okay, so understand that I have an incentive to go as fast as possible, finish my route, and 99.9% of the time, I'm able to go home. So for customers that don't know, and they ask themselves, like, why do they always run? Why are they always in a rush, right? And if you don't know, now you know, okay? Because we're trying to get home quick, right? We got some stuff to do later on in the day. We're trying to rush through our route, get in and get out, okay? In my personal DSP, some people like to compete, right? Oh, I was here before you. No, I was here before you. I beat you today. No, you beat me today, right? So it's kind of funny, right? A little bit of competitiveness that goes on. Another thing that I want you guys to know is that there is a small possibility that you are gonna get a bad delivery driver, okay? So what do I mean by this is that, how when you have the option to give specific directions on where you want your package to be delivered, it does not matter. Amazon, FedEx, UPS, whatever, you name it, right? The post office, Walmart, Target, you know what I mean? It's not all the time, but sometimes you get a bad delivery driver and then they just leave it anywhere in the driveway or whatever the case is, right? I do want to say that I truly believe that there's 90% of delivery drivers out there that actually follow the directions on the notes, right? Me personally, I like to follow them, right? Because I've received packages before, and then sometimes it kind of bugs me when they don't do what I put on the directions, right, where I want my package to be delivered. I'm here to tell you that it's just the luck of the draw, right? But those are the people that give drivers a bad rap, to be honest with you. And it's just the luck of the draw. If you don't know this, now you know, okay? Now Another thing that I wanted to go over with you guys for customers, right, are dogs. Okay, I know how much delivery drivers love dogs, right? You guys love them. And me personally, I love dogs, guys. I have a pair of dogs myself, you know. More than likely, when I have something that's being delivered, I either put my dogs in the backyard or I put them on the chain, okay? The last thing that I want is for my dogs to bite anybody, okay? I like to think that my dogs are really friendly, right? They really are, you know. I like to socialize them with other dogs, with other people. But worst case scenario, my dog bites a delivery driver, okay? Now, for California state law, the last time I checked, if a dog were to bite a person, you know, and that person pursues to, you know, basically take them to court, the dog owner has to put the dog down, okay? And I would hate for any of you good customers to have that happen to you guys. I personally been bit in the past while I was on the job, okay? And I've actually have a video about that. If you go on to my earlier videos, you would find a video titled How I Got Bit by a Dog, you know. I actually showed the picture of when I got bit, and I still have the scar to this day, right? It's on my left knee. And you know, honestly, it was so unexpected, that situation. Go ahead and check that out to get the full story. Customers, please, please, please put your dog away when you are expecting a package, okay? Because this happens really often, to be honest with you. You know, like I have coworkers tell me like, oh, this dog came up to me out of nowhere, popped out of the backyard, popped out of the fence, you know. And there's, for some reason, there's a huge number of German Shepherds here in the Central Valley, right? It's always German Shepherds, right? And you know what I mean? Like, I get where the dogs are coming from, right? They want to protect their house. They want to protect their property. They want to protect their owner, you know? Just to take precaution, my good people, the best thing you can do if you have a dog is to chain them up, put them in the backyard, put them in the house, right? Keep them away from any delivery driver. Because for some reason, dogs do not like delivery drivers. And I know that there's some drivers that have like treats, and then they give them to the dog. That way the dog likes them. Because I'm sure that a lot of dogs pick up scents and then they recognize you just by smelling you. That's what some drivers do. They give treats to the dogs. You know, I personally do not do this. You know, I just try to stay away from dogs as much as possible when I'm on the job, you know. If you see my recent video, you know, I start that video off with me going into a driveway, and the dog was literally on my left side, biting my tire as I pulled up. And you know, if this dog literally like wanted to chew my tire off, you know, what's to say it wasn't gonna bite me, right? So I didn't even get off at the time. What I did was I honked, right? I honked for the person to get out, and then I just gave him his envelope on the passenger side. And he was smiling at me. I was like, what the heck? And then I even told him, I was like, yo, like, put your dog over there somewhere. Don't put him in the front yard, right? But people have, you know, it was his house, you know. I couldn't say much. The guy was like, yeah. And I was like, man, he's probably not even gonna do it. But anyways, put your dog away. And if you do not have control of your dog, then you shouldn't be owning a dog at all, okay? I don't know about UPS or FedEx, but I do know that Amazon, if a person were to get like 3 strikes, right? And what do I mean by strikes is that if a person goes into a driveway, right, and there's dogs on the yard and we're not able to get out because the dog is trying to bite us, you know, if 3 people report that house, you know, Amazon is gonna literally put it on the blacklist, right? And what does that mean? It means that we're not gonna deliver there anymore. We're not gonna deliver to that house anymore because that person does not put their dog away, and it puts delivery drivers, you know, in danger. It really does. Please take precaution, you know, for your dog and for the driver as well, you know. And if you want delivery drivers to go into your yard with your dogs on the loose, you know, more than likely they're not going to do that. I personally don't do that. I don't want to get bit, you know. I feel like I speak for everybody, all the drivers, when I say that I go to work every day hoping that I do not get bit, okay? Because it does happen. It happens more often than you think, okay? So understand that, guys. Now, another thing that I have on my list is, why do drivers always park on the curb, on a lonely street, And I'm here to answer that question, right? I'm here to tell you why from personal experience. If you catch me on the side, on a curb, next to a house, next to a wall, I'm either taking a lunch, I'm organizing my packages, or I'm calling support, okay? Either of those three things. And I feel like every delivery driver does that as well, okay? So if you ever wonder, if you ever walk past a delivery driver's van or truck, you're like, why is this there? Where's the driver? More than likely they're in the back organizing, they're eating, whatever the case is. If you ever catch somebody on the side and their van is there, it's just parked, right? It's off, and you walk past by them, a lot of people like to look inside for some reason. They like to see the driver, literally I'm right here and then you just see people staring me down. Sometimes I would record, sometimes I would just be eating and then just people just walk past me and hey, what the fuck, with my mouth full of food, just gotta wave. Some people are really suspicious, right? And I'm here to tell you that we're not doing anything wrong, right? We're either taking our lunch, we're either calling support, or we're either just organizing our packages, right? So we're not doing nothing wrong, guys. Delivery drivers are not the enemy, okay? And for the last thing that I want customers to know is, if you order, let's say more than 5 packages, and let's say all those packages are cat litters or water bottles, you know what I mean? Tips are more than welcome, okay? Me personally, I've gotten handful of tips in the past. I have this story in particular where I had gone to a business. It was in the city of Madera, and this guy ordered 30 microwaves, right? And I had to take at least 10 minutes to unload everything and put it into this office, right? Because it was a business, and this guy seen me struggling. At the time, I didn't take a dolly with me, so I literally had to stack them up 2 high or 3 high, and I just carried it. I went into his office. By the time I put the last package down, the guy came up to me. He's like, hey, thank you. Without delivery drivers, my business will not be here. So he gave me a $30 tip. He's like, here, can you take tips? And I was like, okay. It's well, yes, I do. So I just kindly took the $30 tip, and I was on my way. And that's what I want to tell you guys. If you guys order a lot, and you see that your delivery driver is struggling, right? Don't be afraid to tip, right? Tips are very, very welcome, okay? So if you guys don't know, now you know. Drivers are able to receive tips as well. I don't know why in the app, you're not able to tip once your package is received, but they should probably start doing that, right? I feel like I speak for every driver out there when I say tips are very welcome, okay? So customers, if you do not know, now you know, okay? This is all personal experience. This is my opinion, all right? And I just want to thank you if you watched till the end. Your support is very appreciated. I want to leave you with a closing message. You can do anything you put your mind to. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Don't forget to subscribe and like. I'll see you guys in the next one.